Welcome back to THFC Till We Die. And somehow, Tottenham Hotspur have managed to turn the final day of the season into the most Spurs thing imaginable. Arsenal are out winning the Premier League. Leeds are already safe, looking what to do next season. Probably ordering cocktails as well. No, that's just Jess and Stacey doing that. Spurs need 1 point. One little point just to avoid the championship. You couldn't write the script, could you? North London could end up today, Arsenal fans celebrating the title parade, while Tottenham fans will sit behind the sofa calculating goal difference like a GCSE maths exam. And the worst part? Jess and Stacey still want a party because it's 1999 again for them. They're safe, they're relaxed, they're going to watch their team play with freedom. Meanwhile, every Spurs fan is one misplaced back pass away from loading up the cold nights in Stoke, complaints on YouTube. But this is Tottenham Hotspur Football Club. We don't do things easy. We don't do calm. We don't do normal. 1 point, one game, one final chance to save this club from total embarrassment. So buckle up, because this could either be the greatest escape you have ever seen or the funniest disaster in English football that's ever happened. And also, I've got a little one for Nick because they won the league. So here we go. Right. Ladies and gentlemen, the nightmare has happened. Arsenal have actually won the league. That's right. Somewhere in North London, there are grown men crying into Henri shirts. AFTV has probably declared a national holiday. And Ty is currently hugging the traffic lights outside the Emirates. You just know Arsenal fans are unbearable right now. They've waited years for this moment. The group chats are finished. The tweets are coming every 3 seconds. And every Arsenal fan suddenly thinks they're Pep again. Meanwhile, Tottenham fans are sitting here like survivors in the zombie apocalypse, trying to avoid eye contact, pretending football got cancelled this season, and praying the internet goes down for 48 hours. You can already hear the Arsenal fans now. I'd take a change football. Best team in the Premier League. We told you so. Calm down, mate. Calm down, Nick. You only beat Bournemouth at home, not prime Barcelona. But fair play, Arsenal finally did it. The banter era is over, and sadly for the rest of us, the Arsenal fans are about to remind everyone about every single day for the next 25 years to beat Bournemouth at home to win the league. But anyway, welcome to the North London Talks Football podcast. Nobody's laughed at them intros. I have to do more work on them. I have to get better.
You've done well. You've done well. You got your words out. That was
yeah.
That was impressive.
Did you notice I was struggling to get out? Arsenal won the league. I was struggling to get that
I
out.
understand, buddy. It's okay. It's okay.
Yeah,
it's a tough sentence to say.
Yeah, and also with Jess and Stacey, they will be sending me solicitors letters that I'm calling them party girls, and then they're receiving.
Oh, my turn, but I'd have only been 9, so I'll have done well. 1999, I was born in 1990, I'll have only been 9. Stacey's got a couple of years on me, like, but.
Cheers, Jess.
Yeah, but I was more thinking of the Prince song, Party Like It's 1999. But yeah, I forgot you two weren't around when Prince was. Oh, yeah, that's true. That is true. Anyway,
that just made me feel old.
I heard that, Jess.
Yes. Before I dig myself into further more holes and more lawsuits from these two, we will carry on. See who's in the chat. Nick, help me, please. Quick.
Yeah, no problem. I was just going to say, I noticed. Big up, Dads. Thank you for saying hello to me. Hello, Paigey. Welcome all back. Any questions, guys? Just fire it over to the ladies, to Derm, to myself. Yeah, welcome back.
Yeah, big up to Dads. Big up Paigey as well. Big up Rodney as well. Rodney? Is it Rodney? Yeah, it is Rodney. How's Del Boy and Uncle Albert? Hope you're doing well. Paigey, you're watching the dance tonight. Oh, it is the dance tonight.
Yeah, it's dance.
Yeah.
Big up Lewis Dermo. Come up for air. Damn. I know. I am that good. See, get a haircut and I've just become prime comedy genius. Big up to oh God. Hang on. I need to get my calculators out. Hang on.
Headache incoming.
Hang on. I need to go into an app called Spy Decoder. Hang on, let me check. Hang on.
No, basically, he's repeated himself as per.
Oh, okay. That's fair enough. Do you know, he's not said it once. He decided to say it again, just in case we didn't get it the first time round.
Maybe it's like flicking the light switch for some people, you know, when you've got like you just got to do it.
In ours. Oh, my God.
Right. Good evening. How are we all this evening? Stace, how are you this evening?
I'm doing okay.
Yeah.
Ish.
You're just...
Yeah, I'm okay.
Yeah, okay.
Not looking forward to the week off at school.
In the league, yeah. And then we've got Nick below, who's there. He's probably still partying. He's probably still drunk from the other night. How are you, bud?
I'm very good. We kept it really calm. Me and my boy are going up for the parade on Sunday, where we're meeting up with the football takeover lot week Sunday. So that will be quite a challenging day, I dare say. But no, it's really weird. After talking about it for like 4 years solidly, and we're so close and all the rest of it, it doesn't feel real yet. It feels, really odd. Really odd. So, hey,
still bottle jobs. Still
Go on,
bottle jobs.
Yeah.
I don't think
For the Champions League,
ever live
this
that
is
down.
for you. We'll give you this for the Champions League.
we don't need it. We had enough. You keep that for the relegation battle. You've got.
And of course, last but not least, the legend, the myth, the Leeds fan that keeps banging them out. Keeps banging out the tunes.
Banging them out?
It's the local DJ of Leeds. She is. Leeds ring her up. Jess, we want something for Sunday. 2 minutes, it's banged out. Jess, how are you? And look, for you and Stacey, you can relax on Sunday. How's it been for you two? Seriously, though, being relaxed, being safe, going into the last few games. Have you found it a bit more enjoyable watching football since you know you've been safe?
No, because I do Tottenham on my channel, and I watched that game on Tuesday, and it made me feel ill watching it. It's not good. No. Look, I'm glad Leeds are safe, and we go again next season. I can't be grateful enough, but I've been in your position, Derm, so I know exactly how you feel. It's not nice, and it's the thought of your form at home as well. I mean, I'm not saying you only need to get a point at the end of the day. West Ham have got to win. There's only one outcome, but you could see that outcome in either of them games. To be honest, I genuinely don't know if Spurs can deal with the pressure. I can't lie, Derm.
I agree.
This point, like on my channel, the difference between Tottenham and West Ham is West Ham have been there and done it before. They'll know what it takes on that last day. Spurs only needed to get a point at Chelsea and struggled against a poor Chelsea side, to be fair. And I'm not saying they want refereeing decisions in there that didn't go away, but we shouldn't be talking about refereeing decisions. We should be talking about the fact that Spurs should have done their job, in my opinion.
No, you're right. You're right. I mean, Stacey, look, you watched the game as well. What was your views coming out of that? I mean, you watched them play against Leeds, and Leeds did very well on Sunday, getting that smash and grab against a very informed Brighton side. And you look at Tottenham. What's the one, if you could go in there and change one thing, what would it be?
Making sure Charleston can hit the freaking net to skying it. Open net. See, I watched the City game, so I caught bits and bats of the Tottenham game, and how many times? Oh, the open net, and he still misses. It's like, it's so frustrating. It is so frustrating watching Tottenham.
Yeah,
and I'm not a Tottenham fan, and it's frustrating.
Hey, I mean,
it's bringing you down.
I don't want to bring Spurs down, but the way they're playing, it's like that's not Spurs, And then you can't blame De Zerbi for this mess. I know some people have been floating around, and I've seen people blaming him. But hang on a minute, you were at the bottom of the table, bottom half of the table, shall we say, relegation battle when he came in. So it's not his fault.
Yeah, but they finished 17th last season, Stacey, so it's not like it's anything thing. Yeah, Europa League paper over the cracks last season, but realistically, they were in this kind of battle last year. The only difference being is the three teams that came up last season were absolute rubbish and went straight back down. Otherwise, this season's been a little bit different because 2 out of the 3 stayed up. And not many people had thought that. Maybe they'd have gone Sunderland. Leeds were relegation. Everybody went for Leeds to go down. So I think
everyone went out.
There's stronger teams up against them this season, and it's a culture shock. And now you're down to that last game of the season.
I said to Dermot midweek, yesterday we had a conversation, and
we did, actually,
to anybody that was talking about the manager, I said I literally echoed what you guys just said. I said over 76 games, and that is the game they're about to play in the whole of this season and last season, you've not been across 4 managers. You've not been good enough. So that I feel I was saying to Dermot that it's almost like a pass the parcel on the blame game.
Mhm.
You know, that the fans go over after the ownership sack their manager, and the people that really need to be balled out is the players, because they seem to think that turning in these performances week in, week out is acceptable. And Dermot was like, I don't understand it, because you look at what we've done in the Champions League, and it's like, yeah, so they can do it when they want to. You know, they are able to do it. They are able to beat teams. But by and large, if you look at your form over 76 games, it's probably close to the worst in your history. There won't be many double seasons like this in your history where you've struggled. And it's just there's too much mediocrity from players that are far better than the level that they're playing at.
Yeah, it's 20 games we've won in 75 games. And in the 2 years, we've only won 20. We've lost 35 out of that 75, and we've drawn the rest. I said it yesterday, Nick. They will get said about me on Tuesday and about how I was supporting the team. It wasn't a great watch along by me, and I ended up hating them. I ended up coming on and it was more of a really strong worded hate along, which is not like me. I'm always behind the team. I'm supporting them no matter what. We're going to win. We're going to batter them. We're Tottenham Hotspur, so on and so on and so on and so on. But when you get to that point, Nick, and Stacey, just that you've only won 20 out of 75 games. You've lost 35. Yeah. You've lost more than you've won. Yes, you won the Europa League, but that's only papered over the cracks. That's papered over what we're seeing. And it's not the managers, it's the owners, but the players have to take responsibility.
They really do.
You
they
cannot
take the wages.
go out there and perform like that. You can't.
Yeah. And I think, Dermot, however you react and however you cope, and I think right now the Tottenham fans, you don't need to turn on each other, because you've been in a stress situation for the bit of escapism that we come to football for, and the bonding and all the rest of that sort of stuff that goes with it, with being a fan of a club. You've been in a stress situation for 2 years. How that comes out at any given moment when you lose a bit of faith or you get upset, that's natural, that's human. And I don't think anybody should be called out at that moment, because it is perfectly human. It is perfectly human to go, it doesn't mean you love them any less, and it doesn't mean you support them any less. You're allowed to be upset. That is an absolutely God-given right for you. So I don't think anybody should say anything to you, really. What you're saying in that moment doesn't affect the 11 men on the pitch.
No.
Yeah. As Stacey said, you look at Richarlison, he had the whole goal to aim at.
Yeah.
He did. A blind woman, Stevie Wonder, Ray Charles would have scored. I mean, all he had to do is put it either way and he would have scored. What's he going to do? 6 yards past the goal post, like. I mean, Chelsea fans must have looked at that.
There was no keeper there.
No.
And he still missed it.
Yeah, but you can't just dig Richarlison out first. He missed a few sitters, but Moani were poor, Tell were poor, Fellini were quite poor. So Gallagher looked like he was going to get sent off. He just looked like he would heckling Chelsea players all game. I don't think you can just pin it on one player, to be honest with you. I honestly thought Gallagher were going to get sent off because he was just fouling all the time. I'm not saying he shouldn't have scored him, but I am saying it's not just for Richarlison. Solanke's been bad this season. There's been a lot of players for Spurs this season that has not been good enough in general. Vicario cost you points. It's not just Richarlison. The majority of that squad have cost you, or could cost you relegation this season, unfortunately. You know, you can't blame Maddison. He's been out. It's this narrative of starting on Sunday, I get it, but he's just come back from a really serious injury. You know, he's not up to speed. He's only 3 weeks into, really getting back into it. That could be a massive risk in his career. Yeah, last 20 minutes, if you need some of that, I won't start him. I won't risk it. They're quite physical at Everton as well. They're a strong team. Mikalenko and that at back, they're strong.
How much are they going to want it anyway? I don't know how people have been saying about Leeds and all the rest of it. I think you're missing the point. How much are Everton going to want it? You know, you want this game more than they do, and that will tell at the end of the match, at the end of the game. I honestly believe that. I see you and West Ham matching each other's results. I really do.
I can goal difference.
The problem is when you're constantly like, oh, Leeds better beat West Ham. Why are you worried about what Leeds and West Ham are doing?
It doesn't matter if you take care of your own, you're 3 points ahead
on the pitch. Don't worry about that game. It will filter through facts, but do not worry about Leeds and West Ham, because if you go into that game with that kind of mindset, you're playing for trouble. Concentrate on the 11 people on that pitch put out against Everton, and you just block everything else out. Tunnel vision for 90 minutes. That's how it needs to be. But this narrative of Leeds better beat West Ham, it's not up to Leeds to keep Tottenham in the Premier League. It's for Tottenham to keep themselves in the Premier League.
Spot on. That is 100%. Perfectly put. You've got to earn your own right.
Spurs stay up. You need a good clear out of your players.
Oh, we do.
Or even major some players and find someone that can bring that team together to improve their play. I'm not saying De Zerbi. I think De Zerbi can do a cracking job. Give him a season. Give him pre-season. Give him a decent window. Yeah. I reckon De Zerbi can turn you around. Back to the whole. I think it was Nick that said about the ownership and the management. How long is it going to? And it goes to any club. How much can it be until we turn around and say, well, hang on a minute. In terms to Tottenham, what you've had, you had Ange, Franks, Tudor, and now De Zerbi. And there's been no difference. When do we start thinking, hang on a minute, managers are always the scapegoat when it comes to party and performance.
Yeah.
We need to start thinking, well, if the players aren't playing, they need to implement something. So, boy, hang on a minute. We're going to say they get a deduction in the wage. Any average Joe person, if we're not doing the job up to standard of the company that wants us to work, we get a deduction in wage, or we get a warning, or we're told to go. It should be that similarity when it comes to football. You're paid to do a job.
Do it.
Albeit what they earn a week, I won't freaking see in my lifetime. You're paid to do a job. You're not doing it. We need to start. Well, maybe deducting, maybe finding wages or something, because it clearly states that it's not the manager issue. It's clearly a team issue, not just manager, owner. It's all three.
I just think at the moment the club's broken in so many ways. I said it last night. I did the stream last night. I did a pre-record, and I also did a stream at 8. And in both, I said that we've lost our identity. We've lost who we are. We've lost what we're about. And if you look at Leeds and you look at Arsenal, they've got identities. You'll know what Leeds is about. Leeds has got a proud history of what they've done over the years, right? They've got a proud history, and the fans are there through thick and thin. Arsenal, like it or not, they've won the league, and they probably deserve to win the league because they have been the best team. All right, VAR has helped them a hell of a lot. I will agree, but
there's been times it's gone
I have to agree with that one.
What I would say, there are times, particularly in the earlier part of the season, we had penalties that weren't given, and you're like, what's going on there when the keeper took us out, all of that sort of stuff. And then you go back over the last 3 years, I couldn't say we've had the rub of the green when it comes to VAR.
Well, we are going to talk about VAR in a minute. And look, I get it, but we've got to concentrate on what we've got to do on Sunday. Nobody else. Yeah. And then if we do it ourselves, then we do it ourselves. If we go down, we deserve to go down because we've been crap over 18 months. We've been bad over 18 months. 20 wins out of 75 games tells you your own story. 35 defeats out of them 75 games tell you your own story. And there was too much of it's okay to lose in the Premier League. The Premier League's not the priority. Last season, it was the Europa League. That's the priority. This year, we've put in cracking performances in the Champions League. But we couldn't do that in the league. And your league's your priority. That is your bread and butter. That's where you earn your money. That is where you every place you finish in the league, you get more TV money, you get more money for royalties or whatever you get.
Yeah.
Look, I want to talk about VAR because we should have had a penalty the other night. The ball was in play, according to a lot of people saying it now.
Because their official answer that it wasn't it? That's what they said.
Yeah.
The corner hadn't, right.
It was. Jess, I want to start with you on this with VAR. You look at Leeds and you look at the season you have. Is there games this season you can point to where you think, do you know what, we didn't get the decision there, or Liverpool, we didn't get the decision there because of X, Y, and Z of VAR? How impressive have you been with VAR this season?
I think VAR overall, has been quite poor. Not just Leeds. I can go back to Sunderland when Strout got choked in box, no penalty. There's been times, but I don't think we've been too harshly dealt with this season, Leeds or Liverpool, to be fair. But I look at it this way, like with Leeds, I don't personally think it was a penalty, right? But if players would have scored the goals and you'd have won, you wouldn't have spoke about VAR as much. Do you know what I mean? It's because the nook and crook of it is you've got one game to keep yourself up.
Yeah.
Is it good enough what goes on in the Premier League in general in refereeing standards? No. Because how on earth, like that Nottingham Forest game the other day, he allowed that goal when it were handball. But another week, that won't get given.
Absolutely.
It's not a balanced
No
level. It's not across the board. One referee will do this. Next referee does that. Next man does this. It's not... There's no clarity with it for me, and that's where the problem. It ruins the game, in my opinion.
I mean,
I'd rather VAR, if you want me to be really honest. Like Championship League, I can enjoy the football better. It is what it is, but that's just my opinion.
I agree. I mean, Stacey, you look at the decisions that have been made even over the last couple of weeks in the Premier League, where goals shouldn't have stood, penalties should have been given. I mean, you go back to the Brentford game. I'm saying this: West Ham should have had a penalty against Brentford in that game, because I covered that game with you guys on your channel. You look at United, should that go stood? No. You look at the penalty, West Ham, Newcastle should have had a penalty when the West Ham defender blatantly moved the ball, and you can see the ball moving. I'm still not convinced that was a penalty against Leeds. I don't think it was. The second one, I think it was the right decision. He did get a little bit on the ball, and if he gets anything on the ball, VAR and the ref are going to give the defender the more of the what's the word I'm looking for, Nick? More of the
benefit of the doubt.
Benefit of the doubt. But I think standards this year has been really poor. I mean,
very poor.
What would you do? What would you do, Stace, with it? Would you get rid of it, or what would you bring in to replace it?
I'd get rid of that completely.
Yeah.
My honest opinion, I don't like that. Honestly, it was a good idea at the time, but look at it now. It takes away the game. It takes away the feel. And then obviously, what takes the VAR so long to make a decision when average people like us could see it's clearly not pen or not pen? It's just completely takes away the feel of the game for me. Get rid of VAR. I'll have to take referees' errors over having VAR. Because how many times this season has VAR made the decision and then they've come out after the facts? Oh, well, no. In retrospect, it wasn't the right decision. How many times has that happened this season?
Yeah, I wouldn't get
refereeing. That's a whole different ballgame.
Yeah.
Prime
For
example.
Me, yeah.
Was it good? Leeds played a game, and I can't remember who we played against. We had a player sent off only after the referee was told he'd already given a Leeds United player a yellow card. I think it was good. Was it Goodmanson, Jets?
Yeah, we're against Crystal Palace.
Yeah, that was it. Palace. He got a yellow card. Game played on. The referee gave Goodmanson another yellow card. It wasn't until the Palace player told him you've already given him a yellow card that the referee realised and sent him off. It's like, how can you make such a mistake like that? You write the player's freaking name down on back of the yellow card to say who's been carded already. How the frick did you not notice that?
Yeah.
I know.
My mind was blown how stupid that referee was for that balls of a mistake. That's laughable.
It is. It's really I mean, Nick, look, it is laughable. And the girls are right. It is absolutely, it's been horrendous. And we've got Michael Oliver on the weekend, and we've got John Brook.
Now, on that, Dermot, in my Arsenal group chat, people noticed who has got the West Ham game and who's got the Tottenham game.
Who's
And
got
it was
the
just
West
a
Ham
Michael.
game?
Oh, the other one. You know, there's Michael Oliver doing one, and then the other one, and everyone was like, had the title been, sorry,
is it the bald dude?
Yeah.
Oh no,
and then and we all said if the title race was still alive, that's where they would have been. So what are they up to going to those two games? Anywho, for me, for VAR, Dermot, it's not the technology that's the problem. I agree with what Lewis said. The technology is working perfectly. It's how it is executed and by the Muppets that are executing it.
Yeah. That's
the problem. And I feel like they say they don't want to re-referee the game, clear and obvious, and all of this malarkey. It is definitely, the referees are definitely officiating the game in such a manner that they're relying on VAR to pick things up. They're not making decisions sometimes. They're not doing certain things. I mean, the handball with United, what the hell was that about? It's almost like we've got to change the system. I remember what it was like before, and I do not trust the PGMOL without any accountability. These guys, I've got no faith in them, either through incompetence or corruption, whatever you want to label it. I do not have any faith in them. I feel we need transparency and accountability. If a referee makes a mistake, does he drop down a division? Do you get, is it like they have their own, if it's a real fundamental mistake? And I just feel like we've got to have ex-pros in, like I said before. I feel like there's got to be more balance in the box. All of this stuff that's been going on with handballs, is it in a natural shape? It's like if a player is using their arms for balance in a natural tackling, and the ball comes up, there is a thing as ball to hand. I don't like how they've gone with all of this. And I was saying to my boy, I was like, I hope all the European finals, there's no dodgy decision like that decides anything. And at the World Cup, I don't want to see it. I don't want to see that sort of stuff happening. I agree with the ladies, though. The VAR has completely ruined our celebration of the game. Maybe it's got to go to a challenge system, like in tennis. You can hear I'm a fan of stopping the clock, like in rugby, and hearing everything that the VAR panel are saying in live terms, like in rugby. And I feel like it's got to be like tennis. If you challenge and you're successful, you keep your challenge. If not, you lose one. And then VAR just sits there unless something is blatantly clear and obvious.
Go on, Stacey. Go on. You can say something. Go on.
No.
Look, I was just saying, John here, and I do agree. I've said it more, that it is open to corruption. VAR, it is open to some forms of corruption. I mean, I just don't get it. I think in theory it works, right? We can all agree in theory it works. But I agree with you, right? I agree with you, Nick, that you look at rugby, you look at Formula One, you look at tennis, that one thing they all have in common, they all have ex-professionals within there giving their view. And it needs ex-players in there. And we watched the West Ham game, right, where you won 1-0 and West Ham got a goal discounted. You could hear you could hear VAR sort of telling the referee, this is what we want you to do. You can't make up your mind. And the referee says, I don't know if it's right. I don't know if it's a goal. I can't see it. Well, we're going to tell you what to do. We're going to point you in the right direction. And everyone in the crowd doesn't know what's going on. So there has to be some sort of information given out to fans. Either show it again on the big screen, do something, because if you're at a game, you can't celebrate a goal. You can't. It is so wrong, and it's ruining the game. It's ruining the enjoyment of the game. I just do. I do think there is corruption in it. Anyone want to add anything on to VR before we move on to the next topic?
Can I swear?
Yeah.
Bunch of arseholes. There we go. I think all
Agreed.
football
No,
fans
exactly
recognise it. You know, Brian
That's
said
polite.
about the I forgot, I missed that one. Brian Smith, he said about the Havertz. That's a red card. It was a red card. I'm an Arsenal fan. I admit it. I said it at the time, said it in the chat.
High blue.
Yeah.
I 1,000% agree. I cannot believe he was still on the freaking pitch. How the heck was that not a red card?
I got no idea. Do you know what I think? You know what? Because I know people say Arsenal fans and all the rest of it. But seriously, I could make a video, post it on my channel. You'd be surprised how many dodgy decisions we've had in the last 4 years, right? To the point of when it adds up, it's more than the gap of the difference between us and City in the title run. Liverpool won, it wasn't. And then I think, honestly, it got to a level where maybe PGMO have turned around and said, or been told, you're not deciding the league. Because City, Bernardo Silva wrestling a player in the box. Do you remember that one? It should have been a penalty. Yeah. Haaland pulling down Gabriel at the back post and then scoring. So we've both got away with a couple of bits. And it's kind of like, maybe they were just like, no, we're staying this out. We're staying out of it. I don't know. But something needs to change for all football fans. I think that accountability needs to be there. The transparency needs to be there. And none of us have faith in the officials.
It's so true. It is ridiculous. Right, Spygate. Now, this has broke over the last few days. I know one person's absolutely eager to talk about this. Look, she's sitting up in her chair.
Oh, no. There's life.
Yeah. Me, Jess, and Nick, we're just going to leave the studio. And
I'm taking the cans off. I feel like I might need to be a little bit.
No, I'll be polite.
Right. Before we let her have her rant, because I know there's a rant coming.
Nice.
Very quickly, we let you go last. We let you have your moment last. So, see, Jess, for you, I think it was the right decision by the EFL to do what they did with Southampton. But in their defence, it's not the only club to do it. Every club does it up and down the country. Where are you on it? Should Hull be automatically put up, or do you think there should be a final on Saturday?
Listen, clubs may do it, but they haven't been caught doing it. There's a massive difference.
Yeah.
And not only have they been doing it against Middlesbrough, they've done it against Oxford, they've done it against Ipswich. And if you want to fall back to Leeds United, that's fine. Belisa did it with Derby. I know what we're doing. But at the time, there was no law against it in the rules and regulations. That's why it got changed. So at the time, really, Leeds didn't do anything wrong. The difference with Southampton is them rules were implemented and they've been caught doing it with credit cards at coffee shops right round the corner. It's a cruel blow. I actually didn't think they would get kicked out. I thought it'd be at every point. I thought it'd be at every fine and points. I can't lie. But is it right? Yes. Did Middlesbrough lose that game? Technically, yes. So should Hull have just been promoted? In my opinion, yes.
Derm, are you muted?
You're muted, Derm.
I'm muted. God, I'm always muted. I think some people are glad I'm muted. Don't listen to my ugly voice.
Now, they only come in here for you and Nick. They don't come in here to listen to me and Stacey.
I won't say what I can't either, but you know what I mean?
We don't even know what we're talking about, Derm. We're told that many times, we believe it.
No, well, you do know what you're talking about.
Ladies, you're absolutely fine.
Yeah, and for the last thing you just said, yes, you do. Because that's what they do come in to see. Don't come in to see me and Nick. You know,
no.
Me and Nick left there before.
Us two old farts. No.
Yeah. Look at me.
How old are you, Nick?
How old are you, Nick?
I'm 46.
Fuck off. Sorry.
Fuck off. I thought younger than me, to be honest. I'm
I thought you were only 32.
I thought you were younger than me.
Hey, ladies, I will take that.
You don't know. You look well. He must run or something. He must keep very fit, healthy.
I'll keep it PG.
I didn't think you were 40 off.
Thank you.
I didn't think you were 40. No.
Okay,
anyway, Just to make me feel even more older than I already do feel. Thanks. We move on.
No, I was just going to say on Spygate, Derm.
Yeah, that question. That was it. I was going to question Nick. That was it.
Yeah,
Manager.
so-
Should the manager lose his job?
Yes, if he's got anything to do with it. Now, when it comes to what the guys are saying in the chat, Lewis is saying 3-0 to Hull should be awarded a 3-0 against Southampton in the final. And I refuse to play Borough. Now, here's my take on it. We all knew that this had happened before they played the game. The game shouldn't have got played, and Borough should have been awarded a 3-0 at that point. That's what should have happened. So they shouldn't. Borough shouldn't have even played that second game. That shouldn't have happened. We all knew that. They knew it to happen. They should have dealt with it faster, and Southampton should have been kicked out at that point. They played the game for some strange reason, you know. And even though that Southampton may have gone into that game with an advantage, that was the mistake. That's what they should not have allowed to happen. They should have, if they were going to come to this decision, they should have come to it a lot quicker and sooner, and even delayed that semi-final if they needed to allow for a proper decision. So for me, Southampton should have got kicked out before they had played that game for Middlesbrough, and then Middlesbrough should have got the bye through to play Hull. Because Hull, I get it, you're a change of opponent, but with all of the video assistant, you don't need to spy on teams. With the amount of video assistants there is now, you can do your research and do your tactics accordingly. So, yeah, Southampton did need to be kicked out and punished. And it's a warning to anyone else that wants to do that.
Well, we've been sending Chirpy out to spy for us all season in the Premier League. Hasn't really worked. I might have to send somebody else next season. Go on then, Stace. Go on. Have your rant, because I know.
Here we go. Are you warmed up? Warm up, Stace. Come on, get ready. Get ready.
I just want to do something very quickly for you. Give you a little bit of a.
Yeah, I'm going to turn volume down.
Hang on. This one. Here we go.
Are we going to our ad break?
Sorry, just letting Zach out there. But no, I'm not going to rant, because the points have already been brought up by Nick and Jess about the rules. I knew as soon as they were, as soon as this turned out and said they were going to investigate, I knew they were going to bring up Leeds United. Hang on a second. Can you see what I'm saying in my background right now?
Oh yeah.
Get in your bedroom. Let your children. I was saying. Yeah, I knew they were going to bring Leeds straight away. Straight away. Well, Leeds did it, and they only got a £200,000 fine for doing it again. Yes, but at the time that Leeds United did it, there was no rules, like Jess has stated. The rule was only implemented after Bielsa was caught. Now, that banter was physically on the grounds of the training. Leeds United admitted that we did it, but we was on public property. We wasn't physically on the grounds recording. That's the difference. There wasn't £200 million on the line when Leeds United did it. We just watched them train. There was a bigger risk with Southampton than the one with Leeds United, and that's how I'm putting it. The thing is, the manager, I think Jess told me this, the manager walked off during a presser when this was quizzed. Am I right?
Both of them, he walked out, so.
Bielsa did not do that. Bielsa stood there.
Bielsa did define himself. To be fair to Bielsa, right? Yeah, in Uruguay, it's a little bit more common, I think, over there to do it, right? But to be fair, he did pay the fine out of his own pocket, did Bielsa? The club didn't. Yeah,
Bielsa paid the fine out of his own pocket. He held a presser where he turned around and said, I didn't really need to spy on the team, and then brought up this absolute masterpiece of a spreadsheet of how much research he does. Bielsa would sit and watch old football teams matches before each game. What's infuriating me is that how much they are having a hissy fit over them not being allowed to play in the playoff final.
Yeah.
You cheated, plain and simple. You're only having a fit because 200 million is on the line. That's where I believe the EFL have said, like, you know what? There's too much money on the line here. If they go through and they win, even though it's been proven they've spied, it's going to cause a fuss.
Yeah.
So what I believe is It's correct. Shut up. Take the fine. Take your point deduction. Learn from it. It's a rule for a reason. Yes, like Jess said, other teams have done it. You know, there's no point denying that other teams haven't spied. They just haven't been caught. The dude was recording them, and he was caught. We was in the bush, spying on the public property with binoculars. That's why the whole binocular thing when we play, you know, that's the whole thing that came out. We were there with Leeds fans next game, but like that, with binoculars. This dude was recording. And then, as Jess said, they had paper trails of them proving them doing it, they've done it. And now the manager's come out and said, yeah, it was me. Because in my country, we're allowed to do it. You just dug yourself a bigger hole there by meeting that you're the reason why they've done it.
I mean, it is funny. They decided, let's go and have a cup of coffee while we're videoing. Just leave the phone here. We'll let it go and continue video. We'll go and grab a coffee in the bacon sarnie. Nobody's going to know. Oh, God.
Yeah, they don't know.
It's just, and do you know what? The people trying to bring up the Leeds thing, and you are right. And I watched that press conference today, stated actually I found it and I watched it.
I struggled to find it.
It took some finding, believe me, but I did find it. And I was watching them and thinking, do you know what? Fair play to you. Absolutely fair play to you. And I think the Southampton managers made himself look more guilty than if he stood there and said, look, we did it. We made a mistake, and we're going to have to take the consequences. Now, Simon Jordan said on Talk Sport.
You come dressed him as a chicken.
I'll keep this from now on.
I'm going to show you now, you Nesbitt.
Hello, everybody. Sorry to disturb.
That's all right. I didn't know Chirpy had gone up to Leeds.
What stream is this?
Hang on. Chirpy, you're in the wrong place. You should be down. You should be
He wants to be
spying
Bernard Matthews. Never mind all else. Dearing me. Sorry, dear.
Chirpy, you should be at spying on them. You're in the wrong place, mate. Chirpy, God. I fancy chicken now after seeing that.
I've got chicken here.
That's supposed to be for my channel a bit later on, not for this
Can
time.
I just say, that is probably the most funniest bit on YouTube this season on this channel. Somebody just
I thought I was seeing things because I took some tramadol and I looked. And I thought, what's he got on his head? And then that's why I didn't come here. But I have a mute my head.
Is that Mrs. Bean's mannequin?
Yeah, you know what she's going to do?
no.
You know that skeleton that had come on October at bloody Halloween fancy dress online? She's used that.
There's
skeletons in there, yeah. Say them all.
I didn't see that.
Oh, Lord.
Derailed as usual.
It was Nick's face. That did it for me. I just looked at Nick's face, just went, what the?
My son.
I was like, you know.
Just come in dressed as.
I was going to say something a bit more inappropriate, but it's just.
Well, you should have done it. He said something back to you, and he's got that sent to you, and he's
no, not to you. I was like, did someone escape your dungeon? You know, they're just like there.
There'd have to be that height to fit him. He's his dungeon. You know what I'm saying? Sorry, Dermo. I do apologise. He's meant to come in on mine.
It's a small dungeon. Believe me, it's very small.
You've been there.
Only fit two. Yeah, I have. Yeah,
I respect it.
I was trying to spy on Leeds before we played them on Monday, and I ended up in the dungeon somehow.
Maybe it's going to
took me the wrong way. Where was I before I started seeing the chicken, a turkey, or whatever in the background? What was I going to say?
Leeds,
Spygate, yeah.
Leeds, that was it. Simon Jordan, that was it. Simon Jordan said if he was Middlesbrough, he would have rang up Southampton and said to them, look, if you give us 10% of what you earn when you go up, we'll drop it. If you were Steve Gibson and Middlesbrough, just a yes or no answer, would you have taken that offer if it was offered to you? Just
no.
Yes or no?
No.
Stace?
Sorry, say that again.
And you're back in the room.
All right.
See, she's thinking the chickens now. Right. Simon Jordan said on TalkSport that if he was Steve Gibson, he'd be ringing up Southampton and say, right, give me 10%. If you go up, you give me 10% of the 200 million, and then we'll drop it all. If that was offered to you, if you were Steve Gibson, would you have taken it?
No. Because say that happened, they got away with it.
Yeah.
They don't,
Yeah, I get it. No, it's right.
They could give them the full 200 million.
Yeah.
They still would have got away with it. Which would entail the ways would have done it again. And how many times would they have done it again before they got told?
Yeah.
And would they have cheated Hull if they'd got through to the final? And all this talk of 200 million, they're all conveniently forgetting that they would have needed to beat Hull first till they got that 200 million. They're talking as though that was already a foregone conclusion. So, you know, you had a crack at it, but you cheat. That's it.
Look, to be fair, the Championship is a very competitive league to get out of, isn't it? It's more competitive, I think, than the Premier League. Do you think there's more skullduggery done in the Championship than there is done in the Premier League? In the lower leagues like League One, League Two, so on.
How much when they've got 46 games and they do have a couple cup games and all the rest of it, how much does it benefit you anyway? Could you imagine trying to fit that in? Because the games come so fast and furious. That does it really give you that much of an edge?
No, I
don't think it does.
It's old-fashioned, isn't it?
Yeah,
it is.
Yeah.
No, when you can watch them on TV every game, you can always get highlights of TV every game, and I just don't see what that psychological advantage that actually has, in my opinion. To be honest,
why would you want?
No, to say that they'd set up in the training pitch. They might set up different on the pitch. Do you get what I'm saying? Like, they get different way in training to what they actually put out on the pitch. So what psychological advantage does it give you? I don't understand it. Like, I don't know why you risk doing it in the first place. Like, what? You won the game anyway.
Yeah.
And because you've done that, you've just lost yourself a place. They probably would have gone on to beat Hull. I just don't know why you'd risk it anywhere like that. It just doesn't. If anything, he should lose his job as well, the manager, in my opinion, because he's had a conversation with somebody who was on his backroom staff, and we sent up there like that guy has just cost him a lot.
A lot.
But then you send someone up there, and what is the likelihood of what you're going to see? It could be that you've just witnessed the training session of when they're trying to defend how you're going to an attack. Do you know what I mean? And you should know that anyway, because you know how people are going to counter you. So
I know they're not way up there. They're not training inside, or the weather breaks them and they have to go inside. Like, I just think it's so much to risk for something so pointless, in my opinion. I get throwing games, I get penalties and all that. I don't get what that advantage does for you, other than it's cost you everything, including a place in Premier League. What it worth it? Not really. No.
It is going to be interesting.
Sorry, I don't know.
No, sorry. Go on. You were saying sorry.
They've lost that one potentially. 200 million. TV.
Yeah.
TV rights. TV. The money from the TV.
Stopped.
Yeah. And obviously, a percentage of the sales, they've got to refund the fans that have already bought the tickets. They'll have to refund them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All the fans
and reputational damage.
Well.
Yeah, massive.
You know, there's fans that have come from abroad to go see this final.
Yeah.
Bigger picture to all of that cheating, because it's cost them just a little bit more than they actually thought. But hey,
absolutely.
Now it might deter anybody else from doing it. It's up. So anyway.
And
with the final though, who do you want to see get promoted?
I thought we was going to do a high five then.
Hey.
Okay.
Hull. I want Hull in the Premier League.
Hull, because it's a Yorkshire team.
Yeah.
We'll go Hull. And I'm born in Grimsby, so it's not bad. So we'll go.
And we've got an old ex-Leeds boy there as well, Geldart. So it'd be nice to see him back up at, you know. Oh, two, yeah.
Old Leeds players.
Yeah,
have Hull been out the longest? Who's been out the longest? Hull or Middlesbrough? I can't remember.
Hull haven't had to play any playoff games because they played the playoff game, didn't they? And they haven't figured out. But you got to think, what did Middlesbrough still train? Because when they went out at that time, they didn't know Southampton are going to get kicked out. So what happened to them? Like, did they stay in training and prepare for it? Did they know?
They did. They went back to training the next day.
Still do that, dude.
Yeah.
Because they must have known that they were going to get put back in. Because not many managers would have predicted that to happen. I didn't think
No.
they'd get kicked out. So you got to think, did they know something as well? Is that why Luke Ayling didn't make a big issue about being called derogatory names on pitch? Because they already knew that they were going to get kicked out. In my opinion, Hull should have just come through. They were the worthy winners. They hadn't cheated. They've done nothing. Middlesbrough lost when all said and done. Just promote Hull. Bosh.
I agree on that one. They should have just promoted Hull.
I do.
Sorry to say.
It would have saved some
agree.
hassle. Not all, but some hassle. Because of the
Everybody can agree to disagree, but I just think it's rotten. I think it's a bit thing. But you know what? It's football, isn't it? It does crazy things to people. I swear to God.
Yes, it does.
It does. I would like to see Hull get promoted, Nick. I don't know about you, bud, but I would like to see Hull get promoted. I think Hull deserve it. But I think if you're from the northeast, you want Middlesbrough up there, then you'd have the three, Middlesbrough, Sunderland, Newcastle up there. But as the girls rightly say, Yorkshire, Hull, a Yorkshire club. Tottenham won't have to travel there next year if we do go down to that. That's one less place we're going to have to travel to.
Both have got decent stadiums, though, to be fair, Middlesbrough and all. They're both, not like going to Lincoln. Sorry. Lincoln.
Look up Luton.
I'm looking forward
Stadium, just when they came up.
Yeah.
Luton Stadium was only small.
Yeah.
You have to go to the house.
Newton
I know. Kenilworth Road, is that?
Because they're getting a new stadium built out there. Luton.
Yeah, they are.
Yeah. It
So that
looks
one
lovely,
Premier
by the
League
way,
got
down
them a
your
new stadium. I know that's once there for a small team like the others.
Isn't it Bournemouth have to play their games somewhere else if they get into Europe? Isn't it?
Yeah, they only own.
Because it's right. Something like that. Yeah, they're both they're very small stadium. Yeah, 12,000.
It is. Right now, it broke the other night. Pep is leaving the Premier League. Look, we'll talk about why we think he's leaving in a minute, and probably talk a broader conversation. Has the 115 charges anything to do with that?
I reckon Nick's.
But I want to start this conversation off right by saying, is out of the Premier League history, is he a better manager than Sir Alex Ferguson at Manchester United? Now, you could go back to the 70s, Brian Clough, Don Revie at Leeds, Bob Paisley at Liverpool, Bill Nick at Tottenham, but when you look at Sir Alex Ferguson in the Premier League era, he is the most successful manager. And now you look at Pep. Is Pep the most successful manager in your view in the Premier League? Or Sir Alex Ferguson still the king of the daddy of them all?
Is that who
first?
Okay. For me, Pep is the best of his generation.
Yeah.
So that's what I will say. He's the best of his generation.
Yeah.
He is not better than Sir Alex Ferguson. Sir Alex Ferguson did not have the. He had the. Don't get me wrong. They had the biggest resources there in the Premier League and all the rest of it. But what he'd done was a whole different level. They picked up 14 titles in the Premier League era. He brought through the class of 92, where you wouldn't win anything with youngsters. He was ruthless in his regeneration of that from Paul Parker and all the rest. The whole team, how he ruthlessly cut and brought in the next one. Yap Stam, one of the best centre-backs in the Premier League, or possibly at that time the best. Fell out, replaced, gone, off you go. Went to AC Milan. He was ruthless and he kept them winning and winning. And just think about that. 14 titles. How driven you've got to be to deliver that. The egos and everything else. Pep, I mean, let's face it, that has probably got to do a lot of stuff, right? The checkbook, how they've got money into the club, because otherwise they'd be like Newcastle, who are struggling. Their Newcastle owners are 10 times richer than cities, and you've not seen that kind of explode that way because they're doing it the right way. Pep is undoubtedly, even though all that money was spent, he's delivered, right? He's got that squad. and he's made it work. And so he's got them the Champions League. He's got them, what is it now, 6 to 8 titles.
I've just seen Jess.
Even Tony to England World Cup squad.
No, Spence.
Yeah, I've seen that broken jaw. Yeah, Wharton's missed out as well, but they reckon Tony's been called up to World Cup squad.
So for me, long and short, yeah, definitely Sir Alex Ferguson still.
Yeah.
Respect to Pep. I think there is a caveat next to his name. We don't know about the 115 and how that's impacted, but Sir Alex.
So yeah, agreed. Sir Alex.
What's that just broke? Then do you want to break that news? Actually, we can come back to the Pep. If there's a bit of breaking news, we'll discuss it.
No, it's not important. It's a bit more of a shock than important.
So what's that then? Let's discuss. We'll come back to Pep.
That's just saying from Sky Sports sources understand that Ivan Toney's been to be included in Thomas Tuchel's England World Cup squad, which is a bit of a shock because he hasn't been around. Yeah. Look, and Joe Gomez has been called up as well. Foden, Shaw, and Tamari all to be left out.
Yeah, and Wharton's been
Adam Wharton as well. Yeah, obviously Adam Maguire's already come out and confirmed he won't be there. Kelby Mainu set to be in. Foden misses out. Livramento, Madueke expect to be included. No Cole.
I would take what's his name? The Forest player.
Gibbs White.
Yeah, I'll take him. I would have taken him over Foden because
the only thing I'm buzzing about, if it's true, the reckon Rio Angamoa's been called up. If it's true, that'd be a right shout. If he's been called up.
Lewis Hall is also expected to miss out on the England squad.
Livramento must make it, right?
Yeah, he's made it apparently.
Yeah.
How has Jed Spence got a broken jaw?
From that elbow. Yeah. Did you not see it?
Right, sorry.
Yes. But he's going to wear a mask. He'll be available Sunday anyway. He's going to wear a mask.
Yeah, so yeah, DJ Spence suffered a broken jaw during the Tottenham Hotspur loss at Chelsea. 25-year-old right back picked up an injury in a challenge with Liam Delap. Yeah, but like the thing is, Jesse is expected to play at Everton with a protective mask.
So,
sorry. So I'm just looking at the Guardian here. Phil Foden, Cole Palmer, and Harry Maguire left out.
Yeah, Harry Maguire's already come out and confirmed it. There's supposed to be a very interesting squad announcement tomorrow. There's going to be a few in there that nobody thought would get in.
Yeah. Well, these are the players. Now, just got this up on Sky Sports News, who have been the most popular picks and top performers under Tuchel. Now, there's a few there. There's Morgan Rogers, Declan Rice, Rashford, Kane, Pickford, Konsa, Anthony Gordon, who could be going to Bayern Munich. I think that will be announced in the next couple of days. We've got Jordan Henderson in there. Now, Jordan Henderson's been picked 8 times by Tuchel. You've got Bowen, you've got Anderson, you've got Eze, you've got Lewis Skelly, Reece James, Dan Burns been picked 6 times, Jude Bellingham, Foden, Guerrero.
Foden's definitely missed out.
And so,
yeah,
right, Bellingham.
Dan Burns going to be called up.
Yeah, Dan Burns going to be called up.
But Ivan Toney, that's a very that's interesting.
Watkins must have made it, right?
You were all right. Look, I'm an Irish fan, right? So this really has. I've got no experience, with England with the World Cup. I will be doing English watch-alongs on the channel. I have to support them because most of my subscriber base are from England. So I'm going to have to swallow my pride, swallow my inner Irishness and cover the England games. But with you three being England fans, right, and seeing the last 2 years under Tuchel, Jude Bellingham, has he become the biggest disappointment, or do you think he only excels in big tournaments? And I'll start with you, Jess, on that, if that's okay.
I think he's very overrated, to be honest with you. Yeah, when he was at Dortmund, he was good, but since he's gone to Madrid, he has slipped, and he's been injured a lot this season, to be fair. As I don't know, the thing is, for me, I don't think it matters whether he turns up or not. The person that needs to turn up is who we rely on the most, is Harry Kane. He don't turn up. England don't turn up, in my opinion. I can't lie. I think he's had a poor season for Madrid, in my opinion. Just like Trent as well. I won't take Trent. You can't take Trent just because he can cross a ball. There's a whole new thing, looking at the football. If it's right what I've seen the team that we're going to take, I'm not going to go through every player that I've seen, by the way. I'll leave that till tomorrow to see if it's spot on. I don't even think we'll get past last 16. I can't lie.
Really?
But let's,
Right.
yeah, the one I've seen, but I'm not going to go into it because it might not be right. But if that's the case and that's who we've took and that's who we've left out, I'd be quite worried for England. I can't lie.
Then look, then a big question for you. Then Tuchel then stays with the England squad. Have you found him as England manager over the last 2 years? Have you found him to be a bit right? He's a tournament manager. He knows how to win tournaments, like he's done at previous clubs. He's won Champions League, so he knows the tournament way. Do you think he has the right mentality to keep 26 young men interested? That they're not like. Do you remember on the Capello where they were bored and the players didn't know they were just, he didn't do it right? Does Tuchel have that man management to actually make England a success in the World Cup?
Me personally, no.
Right,
But
that's
he
fair.
could prove me wrong, and I'll be happy
Yeah.
to put me on. I say he's proven me wrong, but what I'm seeing so far, personally, no. And what I'm
There's no
seeing,
change in football, is there, Stacey? Let's be honest.
no. From what I'm seeing, who he hasn't picked and who he's picking, I'm like, some of these choices, really? Look, I
But
don't
don't get
expect.
wrecked by it because it interferes.
Yeah, I'm going to wait till tomorrow. But like, I don't expect Dominic Calvert-Lewin to be picked. I'm
Do you
not.
reckon he's in with a sniff though, Stacey? From what I was reading,
I don't.
I personally probably take him at Brighton up front.
Yeah.
Oh,
Welbeck.
Welbeck.
well, yeah.
Welbeck.
I've said that. I think if it's choice between Dominic Calvert-Lewin and Welbeck, he's going to take Welbeck.
Believe it or not,
I think he's taken Tony over all of them.
That is true now. Now you say that because that's come off Sky Sports News and they won't break that unless they know, right? Come on.
Yeah.
That is a shock if they're going to pick
It is
him,
because
he
he's
has-
in South. He plays in
No,
South.
The worst choice there is Henderson. I get fed up with hearing about this. We
I
need
I
just
sent you that
experience.
article, by the way, Nick. I did send you the
yeah.
article.
The experience thing. It's like you've got players that you've got in the center of that midfield that are winning Champions Leagues, that are getting getting through, winning leagues, getting through to Champions League final. You know, does Declan Rice need Henderson's experience? No, he doesn't.
Not for me, no.
Does
I
Anderson
think,
need it even? No, he doesn't. Anderson and Rice midfield is perfectly fine. It's a you know, you don't need a Henderson holding their hand with Mainu as well. Don't forget. No, they don't need it. It's just it's ludicrous. I think that undermines him as a manager making a choice
big
like
time.
that. Particularly,
Big time.
like for me, right? I'm just going to give you a scenario, ladies. England are 1-0, a goal down. There are 10 minutes left of the game, and we've got a corner. And we are blessed because we've got James, Saka, and Rice on the pitch. So we know the delivery is going to be good. What defender do you want in the box to get on the end of that ball?
Depends who he starts at centre back, though, isn't it? I
You
mean,
don't have
maybe
to start him.
somebody
I'm
like
saying
Dan
last
Burn.
10 minutes, you might have stuck him up and stuck him up front with Harry
Did
Kane.
you say Dan Burn then, Jess?
I'd have gone Dan Burn, yeah.
Yeah, I agree, Dan Burn.
But I don't know if he'll start.
Me
England, but
personally,
he's
if
not.
you're talking about Henderson, I would have taken Maguire because you stick
Oh, yeah,
Maguire
took
up.
Maguire, and he's even
That's
come
what
out and confirmed that.
Right.
He
Choices are coming out now. They ain't took Maguire.
Exactly. So wouldn't
the
you
regard
put
to
Maguire on
Ivan
for the last
Toney.
10 minutes to play up with Harry Kane and get on the end of any free kicks or
Yeah,
corners?
There is a question there. Are England falling into the same trap Tottenham fell into, that you're all putting your eggs into Harry Kane basket? Because what happens if he gets injured? Like when he played for us and he got injured, there was nobody to replace him. And Tottenham really missed what he did off the ball. Are England sort of falling into that same trap that we're all dependent on Harry Kane? He's the one that's going to win us the games. He's the one that gets us out
You
of the
need
club.
runners with Harry Kane. That's why he works at Bayern Munich, because he's got Elise and all of that. Like, you need people that will run. That's why you're going to need a Rashford, and you might need. See, I don't know if Saka. I get what Saka's done for England, but will he run in the way that Harry Kane needs? The problem is if Harry Kane starts dropping back and tries to play like a roaming 10, and we're needing that presence in the box. That's what happened in the last tournament, and we weren't effective until we brought on. Do you remember we was bringing on Watkins and stuff like that to stretch the line again? Kane is out without a doubt our best finisher, you know, in terms of figures and stature and all the rest of it. But the team needs to play in a very specific way. Like if you're going to play Bellingham, he's going to have to be like an like a 10 drifting into the box late off of Kane. Did you get where I'm coming from? I would play him central.
But to be fair, Bellingham's not been great this year for Real Madrid, has he?
No, if Bellingham gets picked, I won't be impressed because he's not really been that great at Madrid.
He will get.
There is one more here. Hang on. Sorry, Stacey. So go, Karen. Sorry, I'm just getting it now. Sorry. Here we go. Sorry.
I've watched Real Madrid, and I've not been impressed by Bellingham. Like Jess said, Trent as well. He's not been that great.
No,
he hasn't.
So if them two get picked, I'm going to start questioning Tuchel's choices because they are. Don't get me wrong, they're good players, but this season at the moment for Real Madrid, they've not been the greatest. I'm wondering where he's seeing these qualities, or is he just going for ones that are his favourite and not picking players that we know are quality and what we need in the England squad? We need to put players out there that are going to put pride back into for the fans. Because how many times have we gone into like World Cups and Euros and been disappointed with the team? We need to put players in there that'll bring the game. And as an England fan, I think, I don't know if Nick and Jess will agree, bring the fire back into the England team.
Yeah.
Get us somewhere.
Well, just pass with purpose.
No, but I agree. I don't think it's going to be under Tuchel. We tried the English-based managers for so long. Now going back to international managers, it's not going to work.
Look, from a fan,
German manager. To be fair, come on.
Look, from a fan,
stagmatic.
Yeah, from a fan looking from the outside in, right, and I'm looking at England from afar and watching you and seeing how you played under Tuchel. You haven't really inspired me to think you're one of the favourites to win the World Cup. I think you've been.
But that's okay. That is okay. We don't have to be the favourites. I think there have been times when we've brought into that too much. I quite like the fact that we're not.
There's no pressure.
Yeah, no pressure. Just get on with your job.
Look, in 2006, when there were all that pressure, when you had like Frank Lampard, Steven Gerrard,
right, the golden generation.
You know, that much pressure will put on them. Beckham at the time, they'll win this because they do this and this for the club. And it didn't actually happen, did it? Because they couldn't get over club versus country. And it just didn't mix. And Wayne Rooney went into that tournament with an injury. Should he have gone? No. England, I think, going into a tournament with no pressure, at least you don't get disappointed.
Yeah.
No, that's true. So, look, there is one name as well that was brought up in that article I was reading on Sky Sports News as well, that he is considering taking John Stones.
4 games this season.
No.
4 games this season he's played. I mean,
what does Tomori have to do to get into the England squad?
Agreed.
Yeah, I just...
You can't have it over sentiment, Derm. It's a World Cup we're talking about. Sentiment goes out the window. He's not played enough. You've dropped other better players and not brought him into Stones. And me stays at home.
Particularly when we've had Maguire in the squad when he shouldn't have been. Now he should be, and he's not. I mean, make that make sense. It's just like...
If this comes out tomorrow, so we do obviously know Maguire's definitely not been picked because he's come out and said it. So we know that's factual. But I think I'm going to hold off of the speculation.
Yeah, I get that.
Until tomorrow. Was it 11 o'clock? I think they're announcing the team.
Well, the BBC are actually have reported that Foden and Palmer are out.
Yeah, they're both out. They are. That's true.
Yeah, that's true.
But then again, did they both deserve to get called up this season? If you're going on club form over one season,
I did say I wouldn't take him.
No. And Foden, he's not been his best this season, has he? Really, Foden, to be fair, and neither has Cole Palmer. So he's got a groin injury as well. You can't take him. But then where does that sentiment come in with John Stones then? Because you're going to take a player that's only played 4 games and leave somebody like Tomori at home. It's crazy, isn't it?
Right, this is the latest. That's just come on to Sky Sports News, just to give you a little bit of an update. Anyone's just joining us. This is on the BBC website. This is on Sky Sports News website as well. Nothing is confirmed until tomorrow, and we will bring you it tomorrow, the squad. Foden and Palmer axed from World Cup squad. It does go on that Maguire has also been axed. Meanwhile,
Yeah.
the BBC
And
are
Luke Shaw.
reporting that Newcastle's Dan Burn, Manchester City, Nico O'Reilly, Arsenal's
Yeah.
Nani.
That's earned. Nonny, I'm surprised with Nonny.
Me too.
Yeah. And Brentford's Jordan Henderson are in line to be called
Looking more
up.
and more likely that Henderson has
And
been
also,
called.
Ivan Toney is also in line for a shot call. Now, reports were suggesting that Ivan Toney felt a little bit humiliated when England were 3-1 down against Senegal, and he was brought on with a couple of minutes to go. Look, we know he's gone to Saudi Arabia. We know he wants to come back to the Premier League, but he can't come back to the Premier League because I think there's a rule. If he comes back within a 2-year period, I think he has to pay tax, a lot of tax on what he's earned.
So that now.
Why do you think Tuchel's making that decision to say, if the reports are correct, that Tuchel is going to bring Tony? What does he offer you up front? What does he offer you?
Rested,
different?
and he's already in a hot climate.
Is that
that's probably one advantage, yeah, because it gets very warm in America. So maybe that's probably one advantage he's probably Tuchel is thinking of.
To be fair, I want to know what he does with his feet, not if he's acclimatised or not. No offence at all, but I want him to be putting goals in back at net. I don't care what he's acclimatised to.
While he's been at Saudi, he's had 42 goals and 11 assists.
The calibre of football in Saudi Arabia is gas.
Yeah. Oh, I definitely agree.
I could probably play up front there. Dermo could, Nick certainly could, and yourself could, because it's Paul. Very Paul. But 4 teams that are owned by the same investment group for the start. No, it's not good. It's Paul, and there's a lot of corruption in that football as well.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And just to double up what Stacey said about 20 minutes ago, breaking the news about Jed Spence as well. David Ornstein has just come on. So Stacey was ahead of even David Ornstein on Twitter. That's how quick she was off with her sources with the news of Jed. Of Jed Spence.
Would you go? Sorry, Dermot, go on.
That Jed Spence has broken his jaw. Now, as Stacey did say, he will be playing with a protective mask in the last game. Now, that for me, that means for me that he might start on Sunday. We will get into that.
I think he'll be on the bench. Don't think he'll start him. I think he'll.
Would you guys take James Gardner?
On the safe side.
Yeah, he's had a good season for them this season. Can't lie. Yeah, I rate Garner.
I mean, if that's the squad you're picking, you might as well take Jack Grealish as well. You know,
he's injured, and he's still busy coming out of strip clubs with Jordan Pickford this morning, caught in papers, stumbling out of a strip club this morning.
Can they do that Saturday evening, please, before the game on Sunday? Can we arrange for
That's what I'm saying. If they're doing that, Dermot, you've got nothing to worry about.
Check paper. We're both stumbling out of the
lady. I've got all this now. Hang on, I need to see this. Hang on a minute.
Well, look, we will tomorrow when the England squad is announced. I will do a stream. I don't know if Nick's about or the girls are about, but we will come on and we will go through the England squad tomorrow.
I can't. Sorry,
I don't know what time the squad's out in the morning, but as soon as it's out, I message her. And we're doing an emergency podcast tomorrow about that because I
don't mind me though. I don't sleep very well with my epilepsy, so mornings are a bit touchy.
Oh no! Look, it's fine. It's fine. If you're there, you're there. If you're not, we'll do stuff. We can do something in the evening. Fine, that's fine.
No. I'll be there. Don't worry.
I'm shopping. I'm not in morning.
I'll be there.
Well, me and Nick were doing an emergency podcast. We'll do. Just send in a video of what you guys think of it when you can, and we'll stick it up.
No, John, I've got no plan tomorrow. I'm not on predictions at all, so it's good.
Let's go back to Pep. We will park that until tomorrow because I think there's so many others. But if you are enjoying this podcast, please do hit the follow where you are watching it on your respective podcast sites. Do also know this podcast is being sponsored by O'Connell Designs, specialists in clean custom work made specifically for creators, not Duranic templates. They offer fair pricing for both established channels and smaller creators with quick turnaround. And there is a promo code. It's THFC TID 26 for 10% off your first order. the email is in the description below. So do O'Connor Decide, proud sponsor of the North London Talks Football podcast, featuring JSY Talks Football, the best podcast and your number one football podcast around. You don't need the rest of this football. You don't need all them posh ones.
The
You
overlap.
come here.
They're all back to. Have you heard what YouTube are doing with all the algorithm and everything? And it's all equity behind these channels. And that's why some people are getting such a boom so quickly, and the rest of us are seeing no growth.
I'm seeing that. I mean, before this is true. Before we had the international break, I was really riding high, doing well. Since the international break, and we weren't doing a lot because of it, the algorithm has totally backed me over. Like,
I think there's a lot that maybe some that your natural base being Spurs fans, I think a lot of them will be checking out. It's like when it's tough, some people are like, I don't need to be dwelling on that, all of that sort of stuff. I'm just picking up the matches and going through the motions, and it's like just praying that it picks up. I think there is a lot of that. So I think like the performance of Tottenham at the moment has probably hurt you a little bit.
damn you, Tottenham. Damn you. Right, very quickly. I know we're rushed for time, so very quickly, we are going to finish off and Pep, and then we're going to get on to predictions that we did. Did we get it right or get it wrong? And then we're going to set predictions for the last weekend. I think you had your say on Pep, didn't you, Nick? So
I'm done.
And myself. Look, for me, Pep is probably the best manager the Premier League has ever seen since Sir Alex Ferguson. I think he's a better manager than Sir Alex Ferguson in the way he's done it in a short period of time. But there should be a star put against his wins because of the 115 charges. Girls up there, do you think him leaving has got something to do with 115 charges? And do you think on the Monday after the Premier League finishes, they will be announced?
I believe so. I believe he knows it's coming and he's jumping ship before he gets labelled with it.
Yeah.
That's my opinion. I think he's jumping ship because he knows his charges are coming. Get out of Dodge before you get out of Dodge, basically. Because if he leaves and then the charges are brought on, he's like, I'm not there.
Yeah, exactly. Doesn't want his legacy tarnished.
He gets away.
Yeah.
And I don't think he's got anything to do with what's coming, no. Personally, no. But whatever, it'll be Manchester City that are branded cheats. It's not Pep that's done it. It's the board and whatever else has been going on. I genuinely believe Pep's took Man City furthest he can take them. Still this season, on a poor season for Man City standards, he still managed to do a double. Took Arsenal out near enough all the way as well. He's had a lot of change in that squad, but you've got to think when you're at a club for 10 years, it takes a lot out of you. I mean, Pep's 55. He looks a lot older than that. It ages you, does football. And I think, does he want to go away and have a little bit of time with his family and reset? Yes, I do. I think he's knackered, if I'm honest. And not just that, before Man City, or at Barcelona, Bayern Munich. He's a serial winner wherever he's gone. And he deserves a lot of credit for what he's done. Do I agree with what Man City have done? Absolutely not. But Pep will work with what he's got. And I think if he goes out on a high. It'd be nice for him to do Premier League. But other than that, I genuinely believe it's got nothing to do with that. Do I think it'll come out Monday? No, because I think it's took how long already. None of us know when it's going to come out, if it comes out. So, not in my opinion.
So it's going to be very interesting what happens. But guys, look, now let's crack on. Last weekend, Nick, you got the results there?
Yeah.
Let's see who got white. And now next season, we are going to do a league. So you're going to get 3 points for a win, 2 points for a draw. You do get a bonus point for getting the score correct next season, and no points for a defeat. So but we're going to start that next season. But anyway, let's start. We start on Friday night. It was a game I joined JSY Talks Football for. It was Villa versus Liverpool the day before the Eurovision.
We all got this one wrong.
We all got it wrong.
We all got it wrong.
Yeah,
next.
We did.
Right.
So 4-2 Villa. What did we all go for on that one then, Nick?
Wrong.
Well,
Wrong.
I was just thinking, do we need to speed this up? So basically, we all got it wrong. We all said 2-1, 2-1, 2-0, 3-1 Liverpool. So we all got that one wrong.
Man City, Forest.
Man United, Forest. We all got the result right. We all said by a goal, but we all predicted 2-1.
Oh, okay. And Brentford, Crystal Palace.
So Brentford's Crystal Palace. Jess thought 2-0. Stace thought 3-1. You thought 1-1. So you got the draw. And I said 2-2.
Hey, 3 points for you. You choose
Yeah.
a point.
Yeah.
Well, actually, I've done it as 3 points. I'm doing it as 3 points for the correct score, 1 point for the right result, 0 for the okay.
Big fat
That's
big
good.
I already know who's won this week, so yeah, I've already tallied
Not
it
me.
up. Ah,
I reckon you, Nick.
no,
I reckon
it
it's
wasn't
Jess.
I reckon
reckon
it's
it's
Definitely.
me. Okay, shall we? So that's interesting. So Sunderland, Everton,
3-1.
3-1 to Sunderland, right?
Mhm.
It was Stace that got the right result for that one. As in the right result, but not the right score.
Yay.
1-0 Leeds, smash and grab against an informed Brighton.
Oh,
Yeah,
We got that
Leeds,
one wrong.
Brighton. We all got me and Dermot got the right result, but not the right score. We said 3-0 and 2-1. The ladies went for a draw.
Wolves, Fulham.
Wolves, Fulham. Let's have a look. Wolves, Fulham was a draw. Stace and Dermot got the 1-1 correct. Congratulations.
I knew that one. Wasn't
Jess
that one?
went for 2-0 and I went for 2-1.
No, Fulham.
Newcastle 3. The
Yep.
bubble blowing bubbles 1.
So Stace got the right result. Dermot got the right result. I thought it might have been a 1-1. I was well off. And Jess got the exact result.
Wait.
So congrats you.
Now, Monday, 1 Burnley 0. So I couldn't say their name.
We all got the right result, but we were all too. I knew it was going to be a tight one. I should have gone with my gut instincts. I did say on Football Takeover it would be 1-0, but we all got the right result, but not the right score.
Yeah. Congratulations again, Nick. Yeah,
Thank you.
Thank
Joe was supposed to smell a whiskey after this stream.
Yeah, I think I made one on
something
Sunday.
on Sunday. You know, when Sunday, I'll be
Nick, I may be reaching out for you to pop on to give me a hand if things don't go well on Sunday. Bournemouth, Man City, 1-1.
Right, Bournemouth, Man City. We got that all completely wrong. Jess was even crazier. She said it was going to be a Bournemouth win. But in fairness, in fairness, you were probably the closest because they really did run that game. So we all went City. So we were all well off. So, yeah.
And then Chelsea, Spurs.
We all got the right score, but for the wrong team. So, no.
We said that. Now it's freaking opposite way.
Yeah.
Yeah. Damn you, Tottenham. You let me down again. Right. This is match week 38. It's the last.
So 1 minute. So 1 minute. Just on that. Week 37.
Yeah.
In fourth place, we've got Jess on 5 points. On third place, we've got me on 6 points. And the joint winners on 7 points.
Hang on. I've got something for this. I actually downloaded something for this.
Oh my gosh.
Oh no. Oh no.
Well done, Dermot and Stace, with your joint 7 point first place.
Did you see I had that all planned?
We've done this before, you know, that was quite awesome. Yeah.
You know, but me and Nick are like the Ant and Dec of the YouTube world. See, I'm going to stop there now. Right, match week 38.
Yeah.
But we've got Brighton against Manchester United. Jess, do you want to go first?
2-1 Brighton.
2-1 Brighton. Stace?
Same. 2-1 Brighton.
Derm?
You go next. I'll go last. You go next, bud. Go on. I'll go last.
I'm going to go Maguire's going to be quiet crying, so I'm going to go 2-2.
Do you know what? I'm going for a 2-1 United win and Casemiro to score in this last game for Manchester United.
Okay.
Right.
So
Burnley versus Wolves.
Oh, you've done this in a weird order. Okay, yep. So, Jess.
Yeah, league actually, because I just copy and paste what they did on their website. So sorry.
2-0 Burnley.
2-0 Burnley.
Stace?
I've gone for a draw 1-1.
Yeah. Done?
Going for a 0-0 draw.
Okay. So these are the battle of the two teams that are already relegated, and I think it's going to be Burnley. I'm going to say 2-1 Burnley.
Ooh, interesting. Crystal Palace are home to the Premier League champions, Arsenal.
Arsenal 2-1.
Got ya. Stace?
2-1 Arsenal.
Dan?
4-0 Arsenal. I tell you why, because I think
Go on.
Palace going to rest everyone before their Conference League final on Wednesday.
Okay. See, originally I thought this was going to be a 1-1. Paige is saying 3-0 Ars, and I'm going to match her. I'm going to say 3-0 as well.
Right. So we've got Fulham all home to Newcastle United.
2-1 Fulham.
2-1 Fulham. Where's my... Oh, yeah. Gotcha. Yep.
I've gone 2-2.
Ooh, interesting.
Done?
Do you know what? I'm going for 1-1.
Okay. I'm going to go... Oh, it's a tricky place, Fulham. Last game of the season. I'm going to go 2-1 Newcastle.
Interesting. Now, Liverpool at home to Brentford. Salah's last home game for Liverpool. Maybe Slot's last home game as manager for Liverpool.
Just as hot.
Well, yeah, because it's changed it. Betting odds 6-4 Areola to take job.
Yeah, because I've heard that they're actually thinking about considering sacking him.
Well, they're having a team meeting at the end of the season, so we'll see how it goes. But hopefully they do.
Gerard has
Where
said
you going with
1-0
Jess?
Fulham. 2-0 Pool, 3-1 Reds.
2-1 Liverpool.
2-1, you say?
Yeah, Liverpool, yeah.
Cool. What about you, Stace?
2-1 Liverpool.
Dan?
I'm just laughing the Carl's comment to Red Mist gaming. I'm just seeing Carl's. Thank you for Red Mist for your
yeah. Thank you for coming in. You know, you're letting us Arsenal fans down, fella. You know, come on, have a conversation. Keep it nice.
I'm going for. Do you know what? I'm going for 3-1 Liverpool, and I'm going to put. You can put this as an ad as well.
Yeah.
Salah to score a hat trick on his last ever game for Liverpool.
Oh.
You'll be lucky. He's not even going to be in squad.
Give over. That is never happening. But okay. But I'm going with the same score. I'm going 3-1 Liverpool.
2-1 City.
2-1 City.
Man
What have
City
you got,
versus Villa.
What do you reckon?
3-2. I've gone for City.
3-2. Okay. Done.
I'm the same. 3-1 City.
Hayden saying 2-1 City. You're saying? Did you say 3-1?
Yeah.
Derma.
Yeah. 3-1.
Okay. I'm going 4-1 City. I think Villa are going to just be dialing it in. I don't think they're going to be there. Their season's done now.
Forest against Bournemouth.
Forest against Bournemouth. Good game.
2-1 Bournemouth.
Sorry, I'll tell you why in a minute, Stay. So I'm
2-1,
like, you maybe...
2-1, 2-1, 2-1, 2-1, 2-1,
Yeah. That is literally.
I'm conservative.
Except for Burnley Wolves, 2-0.
I've gone, I've gone
Yeah, go on.
3-1. I've gone 3-1 to Forest.
3-1 Forest. Interesting. Yeah. Okay. What do you reckon, Dom?
I'm going for 2-1 Bournemouth.
Oh, yeah, I'm not-
See, this is, ladies. I get where you're, and I get where you're going because Forest. I'm thinking end of season. You've got those great They've got good wingers. When they click, they're such a team. And then Bournemouth are on such a run. Are they going to stay undefeated to the end of the season and make it? What is it? 17 games? Crazy.
And they can still get in Champions League.
Yeah. I'm going to go. I think they shade it too. I'm going to go 2-1 to, but yeah, 2-1 to Bournemouth. What have we got? People are saying 3-1, 2-0, 2-0 Forest. Cool.
And then Sunderland against Chelsea.
2-1 Sunderland.
Oh, let's all laugh at Chelsea. Yeah, okay, 2-1. Yeah.
I've gone the opposite way. I've gone
Okay.
2-1 Chelsea.
Done?
I'm going for 3-0 Sunderland.
2.
Sunderland.
See, I just don't. Yeah, I don't see Sunderland getting that many goals. I'm going to be boring too. I'm going to say 2-1. What else have we got? We've got 2-0 Sunderland, 4-0 Sunderland by Beiji there, and Dad's to be fair. And then Sid is going 5-0.
So I score. Everyone's hoping for a Sunderland win.
Wow. Okay, what's next?
Here we go.
Here we go. Okay,
Spurs versus Everton.
Oh, this is so hard. Who turns
I'm
up?
not ready. After the pictures I've just seen them coming out of the nightclub, I'm telling you, I'm more convinced we're going to win now.
Yeah.
1-1.
1-1. Not 2-1. You sure?
No, I'm going to go 1-1, mate. I think
Can't tempt you with a 2-1. You know, 2-1.
No, not either side. I'm going to go draw.
Okay.
I've gone for the exact same score. 1-1.
Thank you,
I've already
Stacey.
done my predictions, so I'm just keeping them the same.
Dermot?
Right. Do I go delusional or do I go sensible?
Just be yourself.
Tottenham.
I was going to say, there we go.
5-0 Tottenham.
I reckon it's going to be 3-1 Spurs. So there we go. Now, West Ham Leeds.
2-1 Leeds.
To Leeds.
Yes.
What have you got, Stace?
Exactly the same. 2-1 to Leeds.
Okay.
Leeds are going to win 7-0 because I've already been at the West Ham training ground this morning scouting for Leeds.
Okay.
So 7-0. No, I'm going for sensibly. I'm going for 3-0 Leeds. I think they're going to whip them. They're going to battle them.
Okay. So we've got in the chat 1-1 from Pagey, Sid saying 1-1. Gerard is saying 1-0 Leeds, and Daz is saying 2-0 Leeds. Leeds are undoubted. Leeds have undoubtedly done well.
Yeah.
But if Everton are anything like what they were against us, I'm going to favour them. I'm going to say 3-2 Leeds. West Ham, sorry.
Yeah. Just a very quick question. This is the race for Europe. Very quickly, I know we're tight for time. Who gets the European spots out of them 4 teams? Jess?
Well,
So Bournemouth are in 6, isn't it? Because it's Villa, then it's... No, sorry, it's Liverpool, then it's Villa.
Yeah. I'm going to say Brighton.
I'm going to go Brighton, Europa League. We're just doing 7 and 8, yeah? Out of the 4, yeah?
Yeah. Does it go down to 9th? Is it 9th for Conference League?
I'm not sure. But if you were going for, I'd go Brighton, Europa League, and I'd go Sunderland, Brentford to get Conference League then. if you're going down 9.
Agreed.
Well, we've got Sunderland winning in our predictions, Chelsea losing. People are favouring Brighton and favouring. I know Brentford are losing. So by
Chelsea.
that, it will be Sunderland and Brighton.
Yeah.
Wow. And then, of course, we have we know this is how it's going to stay. West Ham are going to stay in 18th. Spurs are going to stay in 17th. And then we're going to stay up. And then we're going to win the league next year. Tottenham are going to win the league next year. Yeah, there we go. But guys, that is it. That is episode 3. The ending of the best North London podcast on YouTube and on Spotify and on Amazon Podcasts. I want to thank again the people, JSY Talks Football, Stacey from the same channel, Nick from, he's a littlest hobo. He just travels around when people need him, he's there.
Yeah.
But he's going to be part of this channel moving forward, doing the World Cup with us and next season as well. He is my co-presenter on this podcast as well as the girls. But Jess and Stacey, do you want to plug your channel? Can somebody put the link in the chat and tell people why they should get over to JSY Talks Football, which is a fantastic channel anyway. It's fun. It's brilliant. I love going in there. I love doing shows with you two. It's absolutely a breath of fresh air for football YouTube. So please tell the people why they should come over.
People just standing quiet.
Like I said, right, like on here I behave, but my channel's a little bit different to how we behave on this channel. But if you want to come over, everybody's welcome. We stream every evening. You're more than welcome. Just a laid back, chilled channel. No drama, no toxicity.
Bit of music, bit of banter.
Yeah.
I've got to come on at some point, surely.
When Jess makes out I've got a lot of experience and I ask if she's making me out to be a whore. Cue laughter.
I said you've experienced more than me and Josh. That's what I said, and then you went basically you try to call me a whore.
I'm a whore.
Okay, I'm not sure that it's a good idea that I come on the channel now.
Oh no, it's all banter. It's all banter. I don't take it seriously.
Good job, you don't.
I've just seen the picture, by the way.
What picture?
Mate, you come on, just show anything goes.
I've got to download this. I've got to download this. I'm sorry. I've got to put this up. Guys, somebody's just sent me a picture. We will.
That's from Drew. Big up to Drew.
Yeah, big up to Drew who's done this. So, hang on. Why is that not down? Oh, hang on. It'd be handy if I saved it, wouldn't it? Here we go. Right.
Have I seen this one already, Jeff?
No.
Oh no.
I
need to delete something. So delete that. Just waffle for a minute, Nick, for me while I do this. Can you?
Oh, how can we go to Nick? Just waffle.
I know. You know, thanks for that, Derm. You know, way to shoot a man's confidence there. Blimey.
Right. Oh, ready.
Waffler in
Okay.
chief.
Now, the Premier League, Tottenham have not sanctioned me to do this. I've done this of my own free will, and I think I've disguised myself very well, apparently. But this is me.
About what we're going to see.
This is me. Hang on. Where has it gone? Why is it not coming up?
I don't know,
Because
but
we're on the screen,
you turned off Jess there.
No, with me, I turned myself off.
No, that's all right. I've actually done it on the wrong thing. Damn.
It's
That was an
put it
overlay.
as a background instead of as media.
Yeah,
Overlay. It's called overlay on there.
Overlay.
yeah, it is. Sorry, I am getting it up now. Nick.
Oh, yeah.
Are you?
Oh,
End of the stream.
This guide.
Just took him a while.
No lie.
I knew them special bananas would have helped me. Anyway, here is me at the West Ham training ground.
Yes.
I like it. Very kinky. Look at that. You sexy man, you.
Do you think the Premier League might notice something? Do you think we might get away with that?
No, but it weren't the Premier League that or the FA that caught anyone. Somebody else did. So no, you'll be fine.
Yeah. There we go. So Leeds, I will give you all the info for the game on Sunday. But guys, thank you all for watching. It's been an absolute great show as always. I love this podcast. It's enjoyable. It's funny. And it goes on longer than it should do because the conversation is always good. Thank you so much to everyone that's come on. If you are listening to this on the any podcast you do listen to this, thank you so much for listening. We are back next week, same time, same place, same back channel and back place. I am off now to go and play a bit of Batman. Nick's off to go and polish his Premier League trophy for the umpteenth time. And the girls are off to do a show. So get over to JSY Talks Football, THFC Raid, put it in the chat so you know I'm redirecting all over there. Guys, thank you all for watching. Back tomorrow with more Spurs content. Come on, you Spurs.
Come on, you Spurs.
Come on, you Spurs.